Tonight's podcast is brought to you by your co-workers. Good morning.
Is it a good morning? It's been such a rough afternoon. Let me tell you what. Listen to what happened to me yesterday. I got off work and I had to go by Kroger to pick up some groceries for the wife and kids because by heaven forbid Sheila ever leave the house for a damn thing. I get in there and these coupons ain't worth a pile of beans.
No! Fuck no, God, why? Shut the fuck up. I don't care about you or anything you do. I'm only here because they fucking pay me and it's not enough. God damn it, shut the hell up. I can't even hear myself think. Fuck, why? God damn it, no! No! Shut the fuck up!
Kids are doing pretty bad in school. They're all getting F's.
Nobody cares. You're fucking stupid. Nobody likes you. Your own family doesn't fucking like you. Everybody will be dancing at your fucking funeral. I can't wait until you die of AIDS and cancer, you fat fuck. God damn it. Why? Why? God fuck. No. No.
Fucking Emma's definitely gonna leave me for something.
Well, I guess we better get back to work.
Alright, we'll get back to work. But first, let me tell you something. You ever heard of cleaning out the inside of a colostomy bag? It's really difficult, especially when you only got an Oral-B toothbrush about the size for it.
Not again! No!
Like fucking boiled cabbage covered in pieces for a week.
Coworkers, your main source of existential dread since the dawn of man.
Faggots who are offended by the word faggots. This show is not for you. You guys want good, they will stab you. You guys want good, they will dim you. You guys want good, they blood holes. You guys want good, you guys want good, you guys want good, you guys want good, you guys want
Well, episode 6, September 3rd.
Yeah, buddy.
Back again. How you doing this week?
Eh,
Aha! You too, eh?
it is my Friday, kind of.
Well, it's actually kind of befuddling because it's Tuesday. And my asshole's been a bit befuddled, so here we are. Recording on Tuesday and on a Monday. Sorry about that. Had band practice last night because we leave for fucking Texas Friday, so.
We did find the correct essential oils to cure Lyle's butthole problems.
Thank the Lord. My chakras, praised be all to the fucking, whatever chakra god it was that blessed my asshole. Thank you. I've eaten so much turmeric and aligned so many crystals in the past few days. But it's very therapeutic. Now I've officially decided not to go by Lyle anymore, and now I'm going by the name of River Valley Soulshine.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Thank you. I like that.
It speaks to the soul.
It does. You know, I'm a changed man. There's no stress in my life anymore.
And what I like about that name is it's all natural.
It is all natural.
Yeah.
There's no harsh chemicals or byproducts in there. It's all just, you know, every time I breathe in air, it's just like fresh water running off of a mountain stream. It just, you can't get any better.
Yeah, that's
fleeting
like
feeling
when
of,
I take a shit, it feels like that too.
See, I mean, that's, you get your chakras in line and everything. The fleeting feeling of wanting to jump off of a bridge or, you know, cut my wrists has left me for time being, so River Valley Soulshine for the win.
I need me some of that chakra alignment then, man. I've had a serious case of NRD, like no reason depression. Like everything's going good for me, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Why am I just sitting here depressed? Like, God's like, you thought you were going to be happy after all this.
Well, I just want to clarify something a little bit. I'm lying. I'm still wild. I'm as sad as I've ever been. But, Kurt Cobain was like, I call shotgun.
Yeah.
So, maybe as should I sometimes. Anyway, I haven't really been depressed. I've just been fucking busy as shit because we leave fucking Thursday night for the festival. We're playing at Hexus is playing at next weekend. So I've literally had band practice every other night, and then trying to juggle family time, work, band practice, all that shit. Went back to work. I was off. Got paid to be off on fucking Labor Day, and that all fucking day yesterday. I kept thinking it was Sunday, and it's just had my week all fucked up.
I had to work Labor Day, but we did get holiday pay, so sweet.
That's all right. But yeah, I hadn't even really had enough time to like play any fucking video games. Really per se, I've done some, but not like.
Yeah, I've been a bit too depressed to play a whole lot of video. You lose that motivation. Like it's just like I could play this game, or I could slip my wrist.
I literally just fucking I slept all fucking weekend. Like Friday night, I got off work. Hung around, did a few little things, and then the internet started fucking up about 8:30. Lay down in my bed just to chill, ended up passing the fuck out. Woke up at midnight, was like, fuck it. Just kept sleeping. Then I got up the next morning like 8, had band practice that night, went to bed. And then fucking yesterday, though, I woke up at 3 a.m. wide awake, and I just got up. I just got up at like 3 and stayed up, like washed clothes, went and met one of my friends for breakfast, come home, and was a turd until I had to go to practice last night.
I've diddled around with a few games. I've mainly been playing the old pinball.
Yeah, you sent me that. I've seen that video you posted or not where you're learning how to pass that ball back and forth.
Yeah, I'm learning to juggle them balls pretty good.
Pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking stuff.
It sucks. It sucks though, because like you go from like this what I call flipping that, where you're just batting, spanking that fucking pinball as hard as you can every time it comes down.
Yeah.
You can do that and do pretty good, and there's a lot of luck involved in doing that. But then you go to like starting to intentionally shoot things and stopping the ball and taking your time, slowing it down, and man, your score fucking plummets.
I would like you to be careful when you say intentionally shoot things. There's been a lot of mass shootings this week, and I would not like you to influence anybody to intentionally shoot anything.
I mean, if anybody was going to intentionally shoot something, I would.
I kind of want to intentionally shoot myself.
I was going to point you to the nearest My Little Pony convention, the ones that are like for adults.
I don't even want to get into that again because my soul was fucking just crushed when I heard that story earlier. All I can think about is like if you had clear silly putty, well, milky silly putty with like
Elmer's glue.
I don't want to talk about it. And it just smells like I don't know.
Balls shrimp.
God. But yeah, I don't. Be careful what you say because people are stupid. They take
People
everything
are
literal.
stupid.
Take everything literal.
But if somebody wants to be stupid and, intentionally shoot something, shoot. Go to the My Little Pony conventions and One Piece conventions.
And shoot basketball.
Yeah. Kill everybody there in Minecraft.
No.
In Minecraft.
God damn it, Brendan. There comes the band we've been looking for.
Nobody there deserves to live in Minecraft.
Do any of us truly deserve to live
In Minecraft?
in Minecraft? Like, well, I mean, gently. But yeah, anyway.
Today I finally started getting my pinball scores up to like my higher flipping out scores. Like last few games I've been consistently scoring in 300-400 million range. Still ain't touched the one time where I was like half asleep and got a hellacious like mummy multi-ball and ended up scoring like 1.2 billion. I'm kind of upset that I even ever did that, Because, like, I don't know if I ever can do it again. So I'm thinking about just resetting my score. Because I'm like, man, I'm never going to get that top spot again. Fuck.
I think you could do it. I actually managed this nowhere near as impressive as doing it physically on a pinball machine, but I managed to finally hit 1 billion on virtual Ghostbusters pinball.
There you go.
Yeah. Now, if I just didn't suck so much ding dong at the real fucking thing, you know, might be a different story. Yeah.
Yep. Awkward silence.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Pitfalls happen.
Yeah. Take a second to acknowledge chat. Hey,
Yeah.
Bill. What's up, man?
So, that's something we're not going to do so we can prevent event. God
Yeah.
damn, Lau! Stupid asshole. Prevent all those awkward silences.
Yeah, we're gonna be like setting aside certain times for like Twitch chat
I'm
stuff. Because I went back and listened to the audio of our previous ones, and like there's so many times where like if you didn't watch Twitch, you'd have no clue what the fuck we were
What
talking
in the
about.
hell are them stupid fat fucks talking about?
Like, we would just stop and then start talking about something completely random. I'm like, well, people listening will have no fucking clue. So yeah, we'll take stops here and there.
So, one thing, since we're in, and I'm not trying to sound like every basic goddamn white girl, because I'm not putting fucking pumpkin spice and or leaves in my ass yet.
But you will. You said yet.
Or, I'm not planning on it ever. But we are.
It might accidentally happen.
Shut the fuck up. We're officially, though, in the first day of meteorological fall. So that being said, I'm ready to start talking about horror video games. And I think starting next week, I'm going to do like a March to October kind of thing and just play some... I think like maybe September play some real shitty horror games. And then for October play the really good ones.
There you go.
And I kind of am thinking about just doing like the movies for the fucking October one. Like, you know... Which I don't know. There are no really good like horror games based on movies. Like since we went away, I mean, I know on Good Old Gamers I'd talked about fucking Nightmare and Friday the 13th, but I haven't really got the chance to talk about like the new Friday the 13th or any of that shit.
Yeah.
You know, all your Resident Evils. Silent Hill. I played the first one, but never really got into anything past that.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of wouldn't mind playing those games. But yeah, it's time.
That's a game I need to actually try to get into eventually, because that's just never been on my radar, really.
Yeah.
It's always been like Friends that I've been around, played. I've seen it. And
I thought you were talking about the TV show Friends for a minute. And I'm like, no, that show's completely different. It makes me want to light myself on fire. And
yeah,
just
that's existential horror. Not
fucking
like...
take the fate that was laid out before me last January. And just, and he shall snuff it. That kind of deal.
Well, one of the games I've been playing here lately, it's not retro by any means, but it is kind of a horror game in the fact that like it makes you realize death comes for us all.
Well, yeah.
Don't fucking forget it, because you're gonna die. You're gonna die alone. You're gonna die screaming in pain, probably. We all die screaming. The game is Frostpunk. You ever seen that? And I would have pulled up gameplay video, but there's like...
Sorry, I wasn't really thinking about video games. I was thinking about dying.
I mean, that's my segue. Video games to death. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to see as far as like a clip to show for the Twitch stream, because it's kind of like SimCity, but like if your goal in SimCity was to stop your citizens from dying a cold, frozen death. It's a really neat premise. Like the storyline is like the Earth's going into a new ice age because
of global warming.
No, it's not.
God damn it!
Yeah, they actually managed to stay out of that because people get butthurt about politics when they do that. But yeah,
that's why the new Titanic's not gonna crash Everybody's like, oh, we're building that shit. They're like, fuck, all the icebergs melted. They're going to be making fine. They'll make it fine.
I mean, everyone knows the Titanic didn't sink because of the iceberg. It was the terrorists on 9/11.
Yeah, I mean,
They hijacked that thing, ran it into the...
yeah, they were like, if we fucking hit this iceberg, we're going to kill all these people. You know, they're like, we learned from our forefathers when they hijacked that asteroid and killed all the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
9/11, part 2, was the
Not-
Titanic.
I think that I don't even remember like the exact dates on when all this shit happened, so it might not line up. It might be a few years off, but I think maybe they hijacked that Titanic and like ran it into Pearl Harbor on 9/11. And painted like a big Japanese flag on it. Started World War II right there. Like,
Look at the fucking dude on the bridge. Like, Charlie, I'm about to take down your whole fucking tank. Not even God himself could sink him, but we can. Well, God's not real, so we'll sink her. Idiots. Alternate World War II histories crack me the fuck up. Like, they were huffing fucking meth when they were kamikaze, like they were fucking praying to God.
yeah, same
Whatever.
thing.
Yeah. Or, I don't know, like, they were fucking, I just imagine, like, you know, it's chaos, and, like, Japanese people are real fucking traditional about everything. The dude just got his goddamn bento box. Like, all these nice little octopus, like, made out of wieners that he's eating, and it's like, oh, yes. And then the reality,
He's just looking around in the cockpit. This is 3 times bigger than my house. Like,
that's one of those things in history I still never understand.
yeah. You know, everybody knows that 9/11 is Pearl
Was it-
Harbor Day. Like,
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the last thing I remember about 9/11 or Pearl Harbor was when that guy came out and said 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the right. We're really good at history, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, we are
really good
historians.
connoisseurs. I would like to consider myself a bit of a historian.
I definitely am. I'll never forget the time Abraham Lincoln hijacked the slaves on 9/11.
He proceeded to talk to this one guy about how good he was at the video game he was playing, but how terrible his friend was. And he, oh, you're
Abraham
dead.
Old Lincoln hijacked the slaves and ran them into the South and destroyed us. On
There's-
9/11.
There's band number 2 for the night. On 9/11, everybody knows we invaded Normandy.
Anyways, I was trying to talk about a video game.
Political warfare topics are never a good thing for us. Okay, go ahead.
So
Sorry.
Frostpunk, it's a somewhat recent game. It's a few years old at this point. SimCity-like, but the premise is like Earth's going into an ice age again, like on 9/11, and like I think it was some volcanoes on the southern hemisphere went off, was blotted out the sun basically, and so you're like British people who are migrating north because apparently like north is not as cold or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, they're like hauling this big steam generator, and they set up a small settlement in this like crater looking area, and that's where your city starts. And pretty much all you have at the beginning is like a handful of people and the generator, and it's like negative 20 degrees Celsius, and it's like good fucking luck. Might want to build some tents, and it just goes from there. Everything about it's a fucking struggle. Every single resource is extremely limited. Probably the most limited resource is the number of people you have, because the game, like this time span that the gameplay takes over is like hours and days. So it's not like they're spitting out babies like in SimCity
Yeah.
and growing population.
Yeah.
And you can get more people, but you gotta eventually like set up scouts to go out and find other like settlers and people who are stranded and shit and bring them in. Trying to think of what all highlights I need to hit on it. The temperature management's a big thing because your people are literally freezing to death.
How's traffic?
Traffic's pretty good. Don't have to worry about traffic.
Cool.
And you come across all kinds of like lawmaking decisions too. Things that are like, moral decisions plus like, do we have to do this to survive type shit. Like one of them, when you first have a person die, it comes up with an option. You need to sign a law. Do you want a cemetery or you just want to throw them out in the fucking snow? The cemetery is going to make people happier, but if you just throw them out in the snow, that's no chance of diseases being spread. There's no people don't waste time burying their dead, and you actually later in the game you can like use the frozen bodies to like fertilizer crops and stuff. So
Nice. Well, that's what the fuck I would do.
yeah.
I mean, repurpose the shit out of them.
And it's all kinds of shit like that. Like, make a law. Do you want to try radical treatments to amputate people, or like amputate an entire person because you just cut the person out of existence?
Hell, I like that.
That's values I stand by.
Those are values I stand by.
But
I've been accused of every type of savagery known to man.
yeah, like, do you want to start doing amputations, or you just want to like keep them alive? And there's pros and cons to all of it, and a lot of times the shit that's better for your people like make them lose their hope and makes their discontent rise. And eventually you'll get a fucking revolt on your hands and lose the game if you don't keep your people happy.
What's the name of this game?
Frostpunk.
Frostpunk.
Yeah. And
Is it like a technically advanced game or anything?
it is fucking hard, but as far as like needing to have a Galaxy brain to play it, no.
No, okay, what about having a Galaxy PC to play it?
No.
Okay. Something I might could actually play.
Yeah, you could probably play it.
It sounds pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. And I think the technology-wise, it all seems like it. I think it does have years in there, but it's basically Victorian England, like set in style technology. Everything's steampunk.
Everybody's got fog hats.
Yeah, everyone's got fog hats on.
Hell yeah.
It's the only way they can see in the blizzards.
I'm terribly glad to see you down there. Does everybody have ill-proportioned bicycles?
No one had any bikes, man.
God damn it.
Yeah, I know.
God damn it.
But I have it.
Why
Like,
don't I have an ill-proportioned bicycle with fucking chain tires on it for the snow? God damn it.
maybe eventually, because I haven't come close to beating it yet. And there's like all kinds of different technologies you unlock and research and stuff. I know at one point when I was last playing, my scouts found an automaton, which I think you can eventually build them, but so far I've got one that I found, which is like this 4-legged spider-looking thing that runs off coal and does like basic tasks and shit. So maybe find
Pretty much the fucking bad guy from Wild Wild West.
Yeah, pretty much. So maybe there's like a steam-powered, ill-proportioned bicycle.
I hope so. Just imagine like the one person you see like riding it. Like I'm assuming it's like a top-down view.
Yeah, like SimCity.
You just see the one person. There's just like a beam of light, like just going across the streets because the motherfucker's got his fog hat turned on. He's beaming a light all the way to heaven.
And it's also like more like political like ideologies in there that you can kind of go which way or the other. Like one of the major split points in there is, do you want to go towards like order and like government type shit, or do you want to go to more of a spiritual like type nation? Well,
Never.
I mean,
But there's pros and cons.
There
each.
is. There is. I went order, and I'm finding out that probably the spiritual side would have been easier because, like, it's really fucking hard to make people happy with the government.
Yeah.
And keeping people happy is
Yeah.
a big part of the game. So, and also on the order side of things, like, I haven't progressed real far through that tree yet, but there's a lot of, like, communist state type laws you can sign into effect to, you know, neighborhood watch programs where you might be telling on your neighbor for eating one too many rations and that type of shit. So it's pretty neat the way you get to choose between all that. And sometimes you choose shit that you don't really agree with or want, but it's like, we got to do this or we might die next week.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming the greater purpose of the game is the fucking survival.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to.
Yeah, and like it's got multiple scenarios in it. I've been working on the first one. I don't know at what point that does it end, but apparently there's a handful of other scenarios in there for you to try to beat, and there's like an endless mode to see how fucking far you can get before you all freeze to death and die.
That sounds cool as shit, though.
And it's got like a real orchestrated, sad, dreadful music to it. So I mean, it hasn't helped my No Reason depression at all. It's just. I'm like, well, there's 3 more of my people dead that are irreplaceable. Joy.
I'm about to start giving the people we're rationing 1 cup of gas and 1 match per person. Like, things get too bad, you just pour the gas on yourself and light a match.
Yeah, one of the laws in there.
You'll be forever warm.
One of the laws is for like making your food go further, and there's like 2 different choices for that law. And one of them was make soup, which is an obvious choice because you just dilute it,
Can
get
you
water.
just not eat your frozen people?
No, you can't.
God damn it, that needs to be an option.
But you can get organs from them for medical shit. That's a future thing.
You can.
So that's to me, I think the cemetery is a shitty choice because you can turn your dead people into organs or fertilizer.
Win-win.
Yeah. But yeah, that the food rationing law, you could either do like soups or you could do sawdust. Put sawdust in your food. And I'm like, I was reading the
It's all
pros
the
and
fillers like we have now.
I was reading the pros and cons, and I was like, I mean, both of these are kind of shitty, but why the fuck would you do the sawdust? Like, your people will get sick off of it and
I was going to
stuff?
say, like, well, you ain't got to worry about freezing to death when you're slowly developing fucking stomach cancer. Like,
When you stop yourself up like a bear in hibernation.
yeah, no shit. They fucking cut you open. Your goddamn intestine tract just looks like a fucking, like a dowel for a shelf or some shit that's just packed full of so much fucking sawdust.
I was thinking like the packaging for fireworks, like this real compressed fucking sawdust.
Like a pack of Snap Pops.
Yeah.
Like, you look like the goddamn fucking scarecrow Wizard of Oz. The witch rips his ass in half. Spraying fucking dust out of every hole in your body. That'd rule. I mean, not for you, but I'm not saying I want it to happen to me, but I wouldn't mind watching it happen to you.
Yeah.
You know. Jesus Christ. You thought freezing to death would be the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah. But I recommend it so far. I picked it up off Good Old Games for $15, and I know it goes on sale cheaper than that from time to time. It's just one I've had my own, and the other day I was at work. It's been real slow at work, so I've been watching like a lot of movies and shit at work, and I saw that on sale, grabbed it, and been playing it some there.
I might check that out because I like simulation games like that. SimCity's still forever one of my favorite games, and I finally started playing the DOS SimCity not too long ago. I'd only played the SNES one.
Mm-hmm.
The DOS one's still pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
Just traffic's a real goddamn fucking problem when they're all the fucking time. All the time. I'm like, you motherfuckers need to learn how to drive or drive yourself off a bridge. I wish you could build a bridge that just didn't have like a full crossing. And it's like, the rule of my city is we advocate suicide. It helps with everything. Economy, population, you're keeping people in work and you're keeping dumb people in check. So,
Yeah.
by all means, drive off the bridge to nowhere. Like, you like pull up, this guy sounds like, please turn on your favorite music now. Pray to whatever God you believe in now. Goodbye. You just like that goodbye is like the last sign right before the car just careens off the bridge.
Has like the little like pull chain that you have in car washes that pulls your car just going through it,
Yeah. Just like rolls it up next. Now serving number 43.
So what's you been playing?
Well, I started. I fucked around with a little bit of everything on my PS4. Nothing real retro. I started playing that Nosferatu that I told you about, but I want to get more in depth with it because I'm really trashed that game. I figured that might be one I talk about like for Halloween and shit. But started back on Stardew Valley, my old favor.
Stardew value.
Stardew Valley.
That's a
the
fucking frozen meal.
Stardew Valley. Down here at Stardew Valley, we grow the finest preservatives to put in your meal. Instead of growing fruits and vegetables, they just grow all the preservatives. We have all this pink slime that we format into a chicken nugget. Just for you. Your stomach will be so happy to see us.
0% natural. Like
0%. We would like to say we use no real animal byproducts. Only plastic. I'm proud to say our chicken is only one molecule away from being fucking plastic. That's values I stick by. No, actually, my goal for Stardew Valley is I've done a lot of shit on there because I've played that. I've logged so many fucking hours in that game. And now that my Switch has died and went kaput, and we're on Twitch, by the way, so if you want to donate $100 to you boys so I can get a Switch fixed, I love you. But anyways, that died. The PC one, I haven't, I lost that save file in the house fire, so I haven't fucked with it. And I've got it on PS4. I got the deluxe edition I bought a while back because I found it on sale for like fucking $15. So I was just sat there bored, and I was like, fuck it. I'm going to start another Stardew Valley file. And I started doing the fishing farm now. Like, where it's water everywhere. Not really sure if I like it so far or not. I've only logged about 5 or 6 hours total. I'm growing some parsnips. I have no fucking animals. I have no will to live, really. I just got a dog.
Can you eat it?
There. No. Fuck. No. You can feed and water it, and that's about it. Or you can water it. I don't even think you can feed it. It just eats, I don't know, whatever in the fucking, like, fairies or rats, whatever you find on an enchanted farm. I just imagine this, like, dog, like, out there, like, barking. You walk out your porch, and you just see, like, how Tinkerbell was, like, illuminated? You see this fairy be like, like, Link, listen! Fucking running away, and this goddamn dog is barking. And you see the light grows a little dimmer when the dog bites it, and then you just see it shaking like fucking fairy dust. It's like in your cornfield. It's shaking this goddamn fairy dust everywhere, and you just see it like enchanting the corn, and the corn starts like flying off the stalk.
Good boy.
Like, what the hell? Like, stop! So you can kill all the fairies you want, but we gotta save that fairy dust. Like, it just enchants everything. Like, makes the grass like sprout up and run away and shit. You're like, God damn it! All these crops just grow legs and run away. Then he shoots the dog. This is why it's hard to farm in an enchanted community.
Yeah.
I've decided though, on my Stardew Valley travels,
There's a little adjustment with your camera. Keep on going. The
only
old fan keeps
should I
fucking with
play
it.
Stardew on Switch? Yes, you should. When I get my Switch fixed, we'll play it together because there's a really good co-op mode on there. Everybody knows all there is about Stardew. I'm going to keep it like this. I think I'm going to continue foraging for shells and fishing. I'm going to do very little crop planting. I think I'm going to keep going to the local Valley Tavern and drinking beers with Pam, the bus driver, because she apparently is a drunk and a bus driver.
She got
Don't understand that.
You got some good knockers on her?
I don't know. Pam, though, really is like, I imagine Pam is somebody's great aunt on that game, and she's the great aunt that fucks all your friends when they come over to their house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I've got a couple friends that had that one you know, like when you're like 20, she's like, whoa, I just turned 40. I'll fuck you 19-year-old boys. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
I just come over here to like drink beer and hang out with
I'm
them.
drunk off half a glass of wine, and I
Yeah.
will suck the semen out of your balls.
Yeah. Whoa. Like, they gonna like California raisins by the time I'm done sucking. You'll hear it through the grapevine. No, that's how Pam is, though. She literally
She'll drain you dry.
she is just always in the bar looking for somebody to buy her beer. She's like that the lady that Leonardo DiCaprio was painting goddamn pictures of in Titanic, you know. Shows up at the bar every goddamn night with every piece of jewelry she owns and her fucking moth-eaten clothes, like just looking for love. You got Pam. I've just decided though I'm gonna remain a bachelor on Stardew this go around. I'm not gonna
Okay.
I ain't gonna marry nobody. Fuck all them. All they want's that money. I've married like the blonde girl, the Robin, and the other one. I don't even remember all these bitches' names.
The only hoe you need is the one for your field, man.
Yeah, that's right. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
Mm-hmm.
Better words have never been spoken.
Farm hose before hose, I guess.
They yeah, I mean, you know, they can plow your field and plow your field.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I kind of feel like, see, the first Stardew Valley I played, I made a character based on my grandfather because, you know, he was big in the fucking Harvest Moon and all that. So I did that for him. So on Switch, outside the PC, I made one based on my dad when my dad got sick. And I was like, you know, my dad was a farmer in real fucking life. I grew up on a goddamn dairy farm. So I'm like, I'm going to do that. And now I'm playing as Lyle, finally. I've made a Lyle character, and I'm just like, he is going to be the most destitute piece of shit farmer you've ever seen. I'm like, fuck y'all, I'm playing hooky and fishing all day. And, like, I will say, on my farm, so far, I've caught more broken CDs and broken glasses than I have fish.
Oh, it's very lawless.
Yeah, it's very, you know, like, that's why I never check with the luck. Any game where you got somebody that's like, how's your luck today? I'm like, I know how my luck always is. Ain't no need in checking it. I'm just glad my heart's still beating.
Yeah.
You know. I played that, though, Stardew Valley quite a bit. Actually, the majority of what all I played was Stardew Valley. I tried to get into some Titanfall 2, and it's been out for so long. I don't know if it's like my shitty internet connection it shouldn't be, because I have the fastest internet they have in Coleman. But I think a lot of people...
56K.
Yeah. Actually, it's 28.8. Get it right, goddammit. It took me 14 hours to fire a bullet. But I think it fired. It was a great game. It was a crowning moment.
It had 4 HD pixels on it.
Indeed. And they were so HD you could spot the individual pixels. It was rad,
Pretty sweet,
man. I was drinking Faygo and wearing Jinkos the whole time I was playing.
I imagine as long as it's been out, it's down to like the hardcore fans are way too good at it. So it's going to be hard to
I was
have
going to
fun.
just say, I wonder if people were like doing or hacking or cheating, because I played like 3 matches. One match, completely fine. Played normal. But the other match, you would see certain members of the other team, they're like running normal. And it's not like a frame drop issue. You know, it's not a lag thing, I don't think. They're running normal. But you got these and it was the 2 same fucking players. I forgot about the camera. Is the 2 same players in each other match, and they would fucking move like this in phases. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, that old lag trick you could do or whatever.
That's what I was going to say. The way lag compensation works, they might have had a shitty connection, or they might have been doing it on purpose. Because he could set it up to where you kind of like sputter your connection and take advantage of that.
So that's kind of what I was wondering, because those 2 same dudes kept doing it, and like they were also 2 of the dudes with the highest fucking kill count.
Yeah,
and I'm like, you ain't killing, you're not fucking raping and maiming people like that with a shitty connection.
It was probably purposeful then, because you could like basically pause your connection. The game keeps running for you. You run up and blast somebody in the back of the head. You unpause your connection, and the game kind of just catches up. and it considers everything you did valid, and you end up getting killed by some guy that who should have been in front of you. Now he's behind you and you're dead.
Yeah.
Nothing personal, kid.
You're like one of them goddamn dreadlock things on the second Matrix.
Yeah.
Like near the interstate scene, like the ghosts or whatever.
Some games are a lot worse than others about it. I'm not.
I kind of
familiar with
wondered though if
one.
that was the case because that game has been out for so long. You know, I imagine they're not focusing on that shit. I mean, considering too, Apex is a goddamn spinoff of Titanfall, so and that's like the bigger. Which I will say, I don't play any of those fucking free for all games really. If I did, I would play Apex because it plays. Fuck Fortnite. Fortnite is the stupidest shit. I hate that fucking game. And if you play it, cool. No, fuck Fortnite. I hate that fucking game. And like, I don't know. It's just stupid. I don't like fucking PUBG. I don't like Fortnite. I don't like fucking Call of Duty, Black Ops 98. Fucking.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm not to each their own. It's not my fucking thing though. But Apex Legends would be the one I played, I guess, because it to me plays like Titanfall too. But
I tried Apex and I didn't care for it.
I still can't get into those. I just kind of made it past first person shooters to begin with. Like, I want to play the new Doom because it looks fucking Doom Eternal looks fucking bad as shit.
Yeah, I like the Dooms. I've always been a fan of Unreal Tournament, even the shooter ones. Unreal Tournament's great. Quake's great, obviously.
You know, wonder when they're gonna fucking finally make like a Quake 4. Is there a Quake 4?
I don't
No,
I don't know. Does it Bethesda have Quake now though?
I think so.
It depends on if they're publishing or developing. If they're just publishing,
Quake 76.
if they're publishing, it might be good. If they're developing, gonna be shit. Bethesda hasn't developed anything good since fucking Morrowind.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I liked Skyrim,
I didn't.
but
It's better. It was better than Oblivion.
the things I don't like about Skyrim, though, like the things I like about Morrowind, one thing that pissed me, I love in Morrowind how you literally can kill fucking anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone.
Oh,
It don't
yeah.
matter. If they're integral story, you can fuck the rest of the game up by killing
Yeah.
that character. But I love that because there were certain characters I would make where literally I'm just a fucking, I could get out my urges. You know, I'm just like roaming the countryside and murdering fucking people I find in their houses.
And I would like, and once I got my character real badass, I'd like go up to certain key characters who were badasses, and I'd save my game and then just see if I could kill them. You know, so I could always load back.
Yeah.
Like Vivek was in there. He's like the god guy. I mean, he's literally a god, and he's probably the toughest fight in Morrowind. And he's the one I'd always go to once he got badass and see if I could
Did you
kill him.
manage to kill him?
Oh yeah, I've killed him a few times. Usually, the thing I used to kill him was there's this pair of boots you could find like off some fucking hobo who drowned or something. I don't even remember.
A hobo who drowned.
You just load his boots, and the boots are blinding speed, which give you like a shitload of speed, but also blind you, like your screen is completely black. Well, there's a magic item that gives you like 50% magic resistance, like a necklace or something. So you put that on, all of a sudden you're only half blinded. So I would put that on, so everything you could see, but it's all just dim. Just crank the fucking contrast up on my monitor. And then I was running so fast.
Cheese the fuck out of it.
You would run so fast you could shoot an arrow and then outrun your arrow.
God damn.
So yeah, I'd go to Vivek and I'd like bait his spells out and go in and poke him a few times, get back, bait his spells out.
Nice.
But you kill him and ruin your story. Yeah.
I just like, you know, finding the old widower midwife that like offers you a jar of honey or whatever, and you're like, cool. And like, sayonara, bitch. Like, just.
I remember I used to work with a guy who's big in that game too. He played it on the Xbox, the original Xbox.
Yeah, that's what I played it on actually.
And he used to tell me about how, I've got like millions of gold in there. See what I do is I'll go into his house and it'll be full of like spoons and plates. I'll steal all those and I'll go outside of the house and I'll go back in and they'll be in there again and I'll do it again. And I'll just do that over and over for hours and hours. And I'm like, dude, I don't know whether I should respect you or pity you. 'Cause
I've stolen so many digital spoons and forks, you might as well call me a real thief.
Yeah, that guy was so fucking crazy. He always talking to me about how his neighbors were vampires and he's been abducted by aliens X amount of times.
One of those guys, huh?
Yeah. He'd be falling asleep at work, and I'm like, "You all right?" And he's like, "Yeah, man.
I was
My-
busting into another dimension talking
My
to my
neighbors
friends.
are vampires. I think they've been draining me." I'm like, "Okay."
This dude literally lives in the game of The Sims.
Yeah.
Like,
It's funny. That was around the time Napoleon Dynamite came out, and me and my other guys friends with there, we were like quoting Napoleon Dynamite things, and Tom, the crazy guy, comes out back to the loading dock where we were, and what was the other guy's name? Tony. He's like, we're looking out like over this little valley in this small mountain, like directly across from us. He's like, "Yeah, I think I could toss a pigskin over that mountain there." And I was like, "Yeah, I think you could." And Tom was like, "Do you really think you could?" And we're like, "Yeah."
of course. Fucking idiot. So, okay. That kind of makes me think of something that got said at work a few weeks ago. And I just want to bring this up randomly because it literally is one of those things where I was just kind of like, I can't remember. I got so drunk last time. I don't remember if we talked about it or not, but I don't think we did.
I want to apologize for that drunkenness last
Yeah.
time. It got bad.
Absolutely sorry. But, anyways, so I'm not naming the name of where I work or any of that, but I'm a supervisor at a place, and I fucking was at work the other day, and they hired a slew of new people, a bunch of new temps. They hired a bunch of temps. So they literally hired this girl that is probably fucking 4'1". Like, she is the tiniest girl I've ever seen.
But is she not a midget, though?
No, yeah, she's 22, but you would think she is fucking 9 to 11 years old. Like, she is tiny. She's small. She's real skinny. You know, and me and one of my other friends I work
Every
with.
anime pedo's.
Yeah,
wet
exactly.
dream.
Well, they hired this other new guy in this one department, and my friend works in the department they hired this other new guy in. And I'm not like a mechanical department, pretty much. And me and my friend are sitting there talking the other day, and me and him are literally just like, God, how old do you think that girl is? You know, I'm like, man, she looks like she's fucking 11 or 12. You know, I'm like, you know, I know she had to be of age to work in a plant setting like that. And me and him are talking, and we're just like, God, I wonder how old she is. So this newer mechanic, and this dude's like this redneck. I don't think he meant what he said, but he's like a rednecky dude. And me and Steven are just sitting there talking, and we're talking about other shit too. But literally, we see her walk by, and was just like, God, you know, guess how? I just wonder how old that girl is, you know, because she looks like a little kid. And this dude walks up to me and my friend and literally goes, God damn, y'all ever wonder what it'd be like to fuck a person about the size of a 10-year-old? And he said that, and me and my friend literally was just like, well, I looked over at him, and my friend goes, no, man. Nobody's ever, he's like, not one of us ever thought about that. And he goes, I mean, neither. I'm just saying. And I was just like, I looked at my friend, I was like, we need to stay away from that guy. Like, I don't think he literally meant it like that. I think he was just literally saying, you know, kind of like, I mean, not kind of like we were, because we weren't saying anything like that, but just like the fact that she looks like a little kid.
Yeah.
And he's like, y'all ever wonder what it'd be like to fuck somebody about the size of a 10-year-old? And just, I can imagine just anybody else that would see that, because me and my buddy literally was just like, like, just kind of looked at it. My friend was like, no, man. Oh, God damn it. Like, put your foot in your mouth, buddy. Fuck.
I've got a story from work, and I'm going to preface this with, this is a work of fiction. This never happened, and I work in many states away in a very
Minnesota.
yeah, Everything here is a work of fiction. It did not happen. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I had to do a brain scan on this guy he's like, I think he's early 80s. Out of his fucking mind, as they do at that age. And he's just like talking to himself, like just constantly talking to himself. And you work around that stuff enough, so you kind
You
of
get
just,
used to it.
yeah, you
Or
tune it out.
desensitized
Yeah,
a
you
little
just
bit.
tune it out, kind of. I'm taking him around to do that, and I start like picking up on some things he's saying, and he was like confessing like the darkest fucking shit you've ever heard, like talking about how when he was a young man, his grandfather is paying off women left and right because he would rape them. He'd pay them off not to turn them in and shit. I was like, oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
And it's just like this flat monotone that he's just staring out into the void like he's confessing to God all of his sins.
Probably shouldn't have pilled that girl with an orange with a pair of vice grips that time. What? Pilled her with an orange? Pilled her like an orange.
It was always like, yeah, my grandfather said, boy, I ain't got another 20 grand to pay off another woman. You need to stop hurting them girls. And I say, Grandpa, I ain't hurt no girls. I ain't hurt any of them. We just had a little fun. And he said, boy, I ain't got no more money to do that. And I said, bullshit, Grandpa. You got enough money to buy a wet mule right now. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Wet mule? Huh?
Yes, that was a new one on me.
I mean, I feel bad. Like, my favorite person in the world got hardcore dementia, but he still never said nothing. Papa never said any, like, no deep, dark, like, probably should have left that bag a little more open on that girl that time. Like, nothing ever like that. Like, I probably shouldn't have put that tube of gas in her ass. Like, what?
Yeah, and he's like reciting like confrontations he's had with people, like, and I told him, you got an awfully pretty wife, and he said, boy, you stay away from her. I know what you do to girls. You ain't gonna touch my wife. And I said, oh, he never hurt no woman. She's just too pretty looking for you. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
She ain't gonna be too pretty when she looks like a raccoon for me punching her in the fucking head 19 times. Like, what? God damn. Oh, dude, I can imagine you would hear some shit, man.
One of the other texts was there, like, a younger girl was there, like, about to draw his blood and stuff. I'm like, you might want to let someone else do this. This might be a bit too much for you. If you actually listen to what he wasn't violent or anything. He was cooperative, but he was just sitting there staring into the void, just spouting off all the horrors that he committed in his life.
See, I've only seen that kind of thing one time in my life, and it left an impression on me. Like, it fucked me up. And, like, my dad even, like, was just, like, said something to him. We had a family, I'm not going to name any certain names, but we had a family reunion when I was a kid. And I had a cousin that was in a car wreck and, like, mentally incapacitated from that. And he would say, like, random shit. Well, when he was younger, before he had that car wreck, he did a stint of time for, like, a couple years for something. And, I mean, like I said, this dude was in his fucking late 40s in a wheelchair when I was, like, 11 or 12. Mm-hmm. Way older than me. But he'd done a little stint, and he had told me, or he'd talk about, he was in a loop on shit. You know what I mean? Like, he is mentally fucked up, but he was just stuck on shit that happened to him when he was younger. And he was getting transferred one time, and fucking, he just would sit there in his wheelchair and just say shit over and over, and you'd never really put anything you'd say together because his, speech was a little fucked up too. And I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to say that, man, like, his speech was a little fucked up. I'm not saying it derogatory or anything, but
it's okay.
He's fucked up, he was fucked up. But he would say shit, and he was talking about this guy that he was sitting with when he was getting transferred in jail at one point in time. And this dude had been, like, charged with fucking murder because he'd caught his wife cheating on him. And he would literally sit there in his wheelchair and he's like, he told me all kinds of weird things. He'd say weird things. He'd cut her stuff out and fried it up like hamburger meat. Cut her stuff out and fried it up like hamburger meat. And like, I remember being a kid and being like, what the hell is he talking about? When I got older, I talked to his dad, which was like my great uncle, you know. We got talking and I was like, what did he mean by that? And what it was is there was a guy that was in there for murder. They were doing over a transfer or whatever. And that dude caught his wife cheating on him. And he fucking, like, while she was still alive, cut her sex organs out and, like, chopped them up on the chopping board and fried them up like hamburger meat and eat them in front of her. And
Nice.
I'm like, whoa, god damn. I'm like, family I'm like, it's so dark trying to eat this potato salad now. Like, these deviled eggs are of the devil. Like, god damn. I don't know how we got off of that fucking pit of despair. But anyways, we do something.
Again, I'm gonna be we've been battling depression.
If you or somebody you know is battling depression, call 1-800 don't shoot. Yeah.
Film it first.
Yeah, Bud Dwyer yourself. I support it. 'Cause I'm probably going to support myself in it one day. Anyways, we do a semi-regular skit that I think we've only done once. Not skit, but
Segment.
segment. I do a little thing off and on called Dead Print Resurrection. And in tonight's episode, is that pretty good on the camera?
Mm-hmm.
We are going to be reading a couple excerpts from fucking Tips and Tricks from August 1999.
I had recently been trying to find some like round 95 era tips and tricks. I think that's. I want to say it started in 93. I might be wrong.
I had
Earlier
some pretty
ones-
old tips and tricks. I remember where it just said like Nintendo and Sega.
That's the
on
ones
there.
I've been looking for. Those are hard to come across, and I've been looking for them because I got a little code book collection for my battle station. Can't find shit with just Nintendo codes because one of the reasons there's not many games on the Nintendo with this plain codes.
Yeah.
Because Game Genie and shit is where I find Game Genie code books all day. I don't want that shit. But yeah. Anyways, if anyone's got like an old tips and tricks with NES Master System type codes in it, let me know.
Brandon be looking to buy
Yeah.
that jazz from me. If anybody's looking to buy a 3DO, by the way, I got one with two fancy ass controllers, one controller in box, for sale for you before I put it on eBay. Because that's just going to fund my other collection needs. So what I'm going to do this week is I'm going to read a small article out of the Cool Zone, and then we're going to do a little debate on this other article that we talked about. The Cool Zone and Tips and Tricks was the segment at the end where you can clearly see it says Cool Zone.
It is a zone that is cool.
It's cool. There obviously is not a back on this Tips and Tricks because, as you can see, this is the Firebrand edition.
Gently
Very
charred.
gently charred. Very rare. It still smells like Infinite Sadness over here. God damn it. And it smells like every video game product I had. Charcoal. You don't need a high res pack to see that this is highly fuck. Anyways, I'm gonna read a little article of this, and I figure I'm just gonna read this small one in the corner here because this is like right before we got into this. This tiny
Pokemon.
ass Pokemon article here.
Yeah.
Is that pretty good?
Yeah, it shows up.
Okay. Well, since you see that, this is right before the Pokemon trading card game come out in America.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a little thing that says, Pokemon trading cards are all the rage in schools right now. The same goes for Japan, where kids feverishly trade and play their favorite Pokemon cards. Some cards outside the game come packaged with a stick of gum like the one shown here. Several international Pokemon card tournaments are held where American traders duke it out with Japanese traders. Or where American trainers duke it out with Japanese trainers. Check your local comic book store for dates. So that shows you how old that was, because Pokemon trading card, I mean, I don't play anymore, but it's still a thing now.
Yeah, it's a venerable series at this point.
Like, I mean, it's up there with Magic now,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy. And I mean, we could do a whole episode on the trading card game of just our adventures in it, and perhaps we will one night. But the main article from this one is also an article that used to appear in GamePro, Ultra Game Players. If any fucking video game magazine from the 90s had this bullshit in it. And I didn't know a whole lot about it. Brandon said there's a YouTube video that I'm going to end up checking out later.
Yeah, check out the YouTube video by Wang. It's spelled just, I think it's Whang.
Yeah.
He's blown up on YouTube. I mean, he hasn't been around that long. I think he's up to like 500,000 subscribers or something like that. It makes a lot of great content about this weird shit on the internet and stuff like this right here you're about to show us.
So this is really weird. All the 90s video game magazines had this running thing in it, and this one is a newer one, because I even remember the one that had the TurboGrafx and the Neo Geo and all that shit. And this one is N64, Saturn, PlayStation, Dreamcast. When the new Sega Dreamcast. This is, I'm assuming, August. This is literally a month before the fucking Dreamcast come out. So, this right here. The Ultimate Gaming Rig Challenge. It was a fucking ad that was run in all these 90s magazines.
Raise it up so you can see the crossword. There
That's
you go.
what you fill out this crossword. It gives you the shitty tips and letter charting over here. You fill out this crossword puzzle, and you fill this shit out, and you send it in with money to the address, and you can win all of these prizes. There's
Valued at $20,000.
yeah, there's a computer contest where you can just literally win the computer. There's a video game contest where you can win all these consoles, or the media rig contest where you can win this fucking delightful 52-inch projection TV with 6-disc CD changer technology. You can win, which I would still kill to have that motherfucking media rig. Honestly, that's cool as shit.
I'd like to have the high def VCR too.
Oh, high def VCR is the way to go. Oh, and don't forget, complimentary DirecTV satellite. One cannot go wrong with DirecTV satellite. And JL audio speakers for the home. Valuing at $20,000. I don't want to charge a price. That's like some Price is Right shit. But anyways, you could win all this shit. You fucking fill out this goddamn crossword puzzle, and it's the stupidest fucking shit ever. It's like, mystery word grid, mystery word clue, world rulers have it, and in the contest, you have it. Well, it's obviously fucking power. Like, because, I mean, W is the third word, or letter in the word, so, I mean,
Yeah.
it ain't newer. It ain't like, it ain't,
Skewer.
it ain't jeweler. It ain't fucking, it's power, goddammit. I mean, they give you the fucking words to fill out the crossword puzzle. Grandma fucking taking Prozac and chain smoking goddamn, or whatever it is, old ladies.
Virginia Slims.
Yes, Virginia Slims. And playing Dr. Mario could have figured this shit out. And you send $5 in, you can enter them all and save $4. Verifiable retail value of the prize package as follows. Media rig contest package, $7,012. Core components shown. Bonus options, $3,449. Cash options, $1,250. Sounds about right. Computer contest package, $2,500. For computer, bonus options, $2,337. Cash options, another $1,250. Video game contest, $1,000 for systems shown. $3,549 bonus options. Guess what the cash option is?
$1,000.
$12.50.
12. Yeah.
Yeah. So if that fucking right there don't tell you that something's fucky, you kind of deserve to get your fucking $5 jerked out of your hand. Just like, you're taxed for being a fucking idiot.
Kids are idiots, man.
It literally,
I mean-
it tells you right here, okay, okay, here's the directions. Fill out the crossword puzzle, send it in. For each contest, there will be 4 more puzzles at $2 each, and one much tougher final puzzle at $1, which will be sent to you by mail. You will have 3 weeks to solve each puzzle. We don't know how many will play, but typically 55% will have the highest score possible score to Phase 1, 43% to Phase 2, 36% to Phase 3, and 32% to Phase 4. Highest score in the final determines the winner. If players are still tied, they will split the value of the grand prize they are playing for. So that right there tells you if there's 1,000 fucking people that are right, and 1,000 people are playing for $1,000 prize, 1,000 people will get $1. You might make back one of your fucking, like, this is some fucking gambling bullshit right here, where the odds are definitely in the house's favor.
Yep. Yeah, I really recommend that Wang video on that. Apparently there was like a video game forum. I don't remember which one it was, but people got together asking, like, did anybody else enter this? And they all kind of got together like, yeah, I made it to round 2 or round 3. And apparently, like, it was a scam, but, like, it's unclear the guy meant for it to be a scam. Like, maybe he was just so fucking incompetent that it just bum-fizzled away. Because he would send people, the winners, money, but, like, pretty much he would only send them a little bit of the money that they were owed, and pretty much give them a IOU on the rest of it because he's always filing bankruptcy. He's like in a constant state of bankruptcy.
You must be under 30 years old to win. What a fucking weird stipulation. Like, well, they're all stupid under that age, so it's Puzzle Me Incorporated. We make you think about what a piece of shit you are for trying to just get things the old-fashioned way by winning them. Whatever. I don't think anybody won. I mean, of the few people that did win, I don't think anybody ever got that fucking grand package.
No.
You know they didn't get that goddamn Sony fucking DirecTV satellite. That's the most valuable thing out of that.
You can't just get those out of a trailer park garbage can.
You can't ever. Like, I've never seen a trailer with 15 satellite dishes on the top of it. I think that goddamn thing's a fucking flight control tower or some shit. Well, I'm glad to see you need all these satellites out here at Enchanted Acres fucking trailer park by the lake. Think you're trying to land a goddamn B-52 in this son of a bitch.
I heard that's what the terrorists used on 9/11.
All these fucking shitty ass like terrorists are just sitting there, like all they're doing is like going trailer to trailer. I'm like, how many of these satellite dishes work? They're like, oh, only 1 out of 16. May we have the other 15? It's like some shitty hacker man has got like 1,000 of these satellites wired together. And he's like, by all my technological means and wiring all these satellites together, I'm able to produce one station on our television. They turn on it, of course, it's the goddamn Bible Network. Some dude be like, mail us all your money. We'll send you a 15 bottle of holy water. It made cripples walk again. Fucking assholes.
On Twitch, Bledsoe says, man, I wish I had a picture of the 2-story single wide trailer someone had in my hometown. That sounds badass.
Holy shit.
I've seen some abominations where like they were like piecemealed together, you know. You take like half of one and make a tea. And,
I've seen that.
yeah.
I've seen there's actually a dude, I could take you, I'm not going to name names, but I can show you his house. He lives over by near the fucking airplane store.
Uh-huh.
And the guy took a fucking tractor trailer container and turned into a trailer. Like, I'm talking like the metal grid containers. And it's a trailer. He also has a functioning miniature train in his front yard, about 50 different porcelain angel statues, and a giant metal duck. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the guy, gets him churring on the side.
He would like that coworker of yours. You're saying.
He would. He'd be like, he would have said that, and that guy would be like, well, by all means, yes. And that's why I'd be like, we gotta go now.
God, there's somebody recently in the news who's like promoting like young people living in those fucking shipping containers.
We had another one that's straight up wrapped up in plastic tarps for insulation. They just cut the windows out.
Sounds pretty greasy.
The bad thing is, like, we're making fun of people doing that shit, and that's trendy now.
That's what I was gonna say.
Tiny home shit.
Yeah, and things that are being like pushed on to the younger generation, that shit, and eating bugs and shit. I'm like, because like cricket protein powder and that stuff. I'm like, who's this really fucking benefiting in the world? Like, is this benefiting the common person, having the young people living fucking garbage cans and eating bugs? Or is it benefiting the rich motherfuckers telling them to do it?
Yeah, no shit. Oh, that's more caviar for me.
Yeah, exactly. God, steak's getting expensive. All you dumb fucks need to go and eat some bugs. Like,
Y'all need to make some goddamn kombucha fucking kale bug wraps. Y'all be good to go. Well, fuck yeah. Every time they eat something healthy, another roll appears in the bottom of their blue jeans. God damn it. Looking like Huck Finn. Now they living like it, too.
Yeah. Man, my old stepson's been cosplaying as Huck Finn, walking around. Yesterday, he looked like Lestat the vampire. I don't know if there's any hope for the next generation.
No, they're not. They should all fucking do what we're all going to do. Just kill themselves now. Not saying your stepson should do that. I'm just saying, y'all quit while you're ahead.
I think it's just a face. I'm praying.
It is. I mean, them dressing like that and ain't no different than us wearing goddamn Korn and Slipknot shirts with Jinkos and shit.
The difference is we weren't faggots.
This is true.
As I mean, if I saw someone dressing like that when we were in school, I would have took his fucking lunch money every day.
Yeah. I'm going to prove to you every way you're not rock and rolling.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's one thing I never understood about the sceney hipster like side of rock and shit. It's pretty basic, man. It's blue jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
You ain't got to do, there ain't no special connotation. Like, your jeans can be too tight. I wear skinny jeans, but there's like them one skinny jeans where you just look like you got two fucking like link sausages attached to like a fucking, I don't know, like a, I just imagine if somebody took like a square Laffy Taffy and just attached two sausage links to it. That's how I think of those people looking, because their fucking genitalia and crotch just looks square.
Yeah.
Because there's, like, you got Lego deck going on. Stop.
Or they're fatties like me. They look like a fucking can of biscuits about to explode.
Well, I wasn't going to say that about you, but I've seen some weird things with skinny jeans. I think mine are slim, though. I think there's a difference. But anyways, goddamn, we haven't really talked about video games at all.
Well, we've touched on it here and there.
It's okay, though.
We do got some video game music.
We do. I look like a frog with pants on. I can't stand skinny jeans. Well, I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah. It always makes me think of, like, you know those birds you see running on the beach? It's got the stick legs, but they're just like a ball. They're like...
Yeah.
That's what I fucking think of.
What game is this song from, Law?
Shaking the Forever, man. One of the most metal fucking games. Your soundboard pulled up?
Yep.
Well, it's one of the most metal games on the Sega Genesis.
I ain't gonna do that anymore. You know why?
We get in trouble for it?
Almost.
Really?
Copyright. YouTube has automatic copyright shit, so...
shit. God damn it.
Can't do anything fun anymore.
God damn it. Fuck you, YouTube. Ruin our fun.
Yeah.
You goob. Okay, well, yeah, this is just... Well, will it not fucking pick this up as a copyright thing?
Because it's not like something that's claimed on there.
Oh, okay.
They got like file claim with YouTube.
Well, this is from the game Shaking the Forever Man, one of my favorite, but most frustrating. Is it one of my favorite like Genesis games? Because I've never been able to do anything in that fucking game at all. I don't even think I've ever beaten one goddamn level in that game, but I still like it because it's weird, it's moody. It's got Genesis' patented parallax scrolling. But other than that, the music's the best part of the game. It's
Yeah.
got some fucking
It's
killer fucking thrashy.
and it makes me think of Castlevania, except your character sprite is 3 times too big, so you can't dodge anything.
Yeah, and when you die, it makes a horrible fucking noise. Like,
Sounds like Blanca getting his rocks, getting his rocks sucked off. Like,
sucking the juice out of my balls.
all right, here we are.
Here we go.
It's one of the few instances where I think the Genesis pulled this off better than the Super Nintendo would
Oh
have.
yeah. Well, you know that one that the well, fuck, it'll do that. Genesis does that shit way better.
Yeah.
Like, it's creepy.
Yeah.
It sounds like a ghost blowing a load. Like,
It's just so much dirtier than the SNES.
yeah, it is. Like, that. It's just grittier sounding. Like you said, like, more lo-fi, but for shit like that, it's all the difference,
Yeah.
man. Because all the music for that game is creepy as shit. That's like, imagine having that song with goddamn guitars playing that.
Yeah.
That'd be heavy as fuck, dude. That's
Hell
what
yeah.
that's like one of the main things I've always noticed about that game is just the music fucking kills in it. And honestly though, Sega Genesis to me, the drum effects have always been better on Sega. Super Nintendo generally overall has better music.
Yeah.
All the time. But to me, like, the drum effects sound more realistic on the Genesis.
Yeah, I think Super Nintendo nails like the music that sounds more epic, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, like orchestral,
Yeah.
like orchestrated kind of shit.
Yeah, which I think worked out because Super Nintendo also had more like good RPGs that kind of music was generally found on.
But you can look at like a lot of the Sonic music, like Sonic 1, 2, and 3, and like that shit's pretty much prog rock.
Yeah.
Like, you know, not all of it, but a lot of it is.
Mhm.
And you know, there's just certain things. I mean, there's pros and cons to each. There's certain things I think like there's a very few games. There's a few like actually like the music better on the Genesis version than I do the. I actually kind of like the music of the Mortal Kombat's a little bit better on the Genesis versions, just because it sounds a little more shitty.
Yeah, on Twitter's Blindzone was asking what games are better on the Genesis versus the SNES.
As far as games go that are better, one of my favorites, I guess, I don't know if you could consider it. I like the Terminator on Sega CD. That's my favorite port. Like it plays close to the Genesis port, but it's a little flashier. That's one of the few instances, and it's mainly because of the music, though. CD quality, you got fucking
Yeah.
that goddamn thrash metal soundtrack.
There's not a whole lot I can think of, and I'll say,
Aladdin.
really?
In my opinion, Aladdin
Yeah.
is better on fucking Sega than SNES.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up more, definitely more
RoboCop
Super-
versus Terminator 2 is one of my favorite. I like it better on Genesis than SNES is like tame as shit. Genesis, like you shoot somebody and they literally turn into a goddamn pile of like blood and sinew. And they go,
Yeah. I guess
like
in
dissolve.
that case, I believe the original Mortal Kombat was similar too in that respect, wasn't it?
Yes, Genesis had blood.
Yeah.
SNES did. I mean, you still had to use a code, but it had
Yeah.
blood. Trying to think. Just right offhand, what I like better. Street Fighter. Street Fighter. I mean, well, if you get too technical, it's two different ports. Championship
Yeah.
Edition on Genesis, and it was just
I will
World
say the
Warrior.
6-button Genesis controller I think is more true to the arcade than
Oh, yeah.
the Super Nintendo is.
Well, that was one thing that sold Sega too. Is just like Sega had all those fucking damn near perfect arcade ports back in the day on Genesis. You know, like the Golden Axe games, fucking Space Harrier was a good port. Like all those old Top Gun or not Top Gun. God damn it! What's the Afterburner? Afterburner was a pretty good port. Trying to think of what else though. Honestly,
the only
'cause
thing
there
I
was a
can think
couple
of-
other ones.
That's not, and it's not straight up better or worse on either, or they both had their pros and cons. But Earthworm Jim, it was originally developed for the Genesis. So,
Earthworm Jim Sega CD is the best.
yeah, I
Like-
bet it is because it had the proper music and everything with
Mhm.
it. The resolution on the Genesis one is the actual resolution it's supposed to have because that's what it was developed for. When they ported it to the Super Nintendo, they had to stretch it a little bit because the resolution is different. So Earthworm Jim looks a little taller and thinner on Super Nintendo than on Genesis.
Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah,
Beavis and Butthead is way more cool on the Genesis.
yeah,
Which, I mean, a lot of those are two completely different games. That's kind of like the Aladdin thing. They're like different developers and shit, I'm pretty sure. Or like, same developer but different teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, you do SNES and we'll do Genesis.
mm-hmm.
That's really it, though, because, I mean, a lot of that comes down to console exclusives, like
Yeah,
your Sonics and your fucking, like, Eternal Champions was a good fighting
Yeah.
game that was only on Sega, you know. And then Super Nintendo, I mean, goddamn, they had... Genesis never had a fucking Final Fantasy on it.
yeah,
Like... That's wow, that's crazy. That's something I've never thought about, but it's true. There's not a Final Fantasy on any Sega platform at all, is there?
nope, not that
Wow.
I'm aware of.
Fantasy Star, but
That's PH Fantasy though, so
Yeah.
not even close, man.
yeah,
Not even close.
poor old Sega.
And shoot, they only had like one or two Mega Mans because they had.
They only had the one, and I don't even think it was.
Well, there's a
released
Game
here.
Gear one, and then there was the one you're thinking of that was like Japanese and European only.
Yeah, it was 1, 2, and 3. I think.
Yeah.
Rockman,
And
the
like a-
Wily Wars.
Yeah, it was those, and I think it had like a hidden like new levels thing once you beat all three of the other ones without a fucking save.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do remember the one on Game Gear. Now, I'm trying to think. Streets of Rage. Well, no, that's Genesis. That's Sega exclusive. Well, they're two different games, but they're still both. But Genesis exclusive Ninja Turtles Hyperstone Heist. It's like a different version of Turtles in Time.
okay.
It's a lot shorter, but it's the same format essentially,
Yeah,
just
beat 'em
different
up.
level. Yeah. That's a great one though.
I have to check that one out. I never played that one.
Oh, Hyperstone Heist is fucking fun. I've still I got my physical copy of that still. Thank God. It's good. Hyperstone Heist rules. Actually, you can actually beat that game too in like 30 minutes. Like it's a easy sit down walk through. Turtles in Time, take you probably about an hour, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Hyperstone Heist, 25, 30 minutes tops. But yeah.
Well, man, I think we're about wrapped up here, so I ain't got nothing else I need to talk about. You got
No.
anything?
No, it's getting late.
Yeah, I gotta work and lameness.
Yeah, we still gotta knock another skid out, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Well, anyways, you can check us out on our website, 2g1c.show, fucking Facebook, on here on Twitch, on YouTube, blah, 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 all that shit. If you want to send us money, I'll give you our personal addresses. If you want to send us Anthrax, I'll give you those too.
Send us your dead babies.
Yep, stem cell research is vital in fortifying America's future. So we take all those. If you want to put them in a Ziploc baggie and pack it with some incense or something, so it don't.
We're also taking up
smell like
donations
cabbage.
for John McCain when he died on 9/11, defending this country.
Yep. Someone.
I thought you were about to say something fucked up.
You said John McCain. I was like, in 9/11. I was like, it's when the terrorists hijacked that tumor and drove it into his brain. Fuck. Yeah. Take a donation from John McCain, 9/11.
He did. He fought terrorists and cancer for America on 9/11. He was an American hero. That's why I have him buried in my backyard. Do you?
If you're talking about the backyard of my heart, yeah.
I'm talking about everybody's backyard. We all have a little bit of John McCain in our backyard.
I think
mean,
so.
he's a piece of America. He's America's corpse. Like,
He's kind of like America's Weekend at Bernie's. They still got his corpse surrounding the White House. They're like, oh, Mr. Mummified John McCain, we need advice. He just goes, that sounds great, Mr. President.
what a maverick!
Fuck. Trendsetter. I bet you he's about to produce a rich filibuster. Watch him. God damn, he's good. If only how politics really work like that. They just got like the corpse of Abraham Lincoln up there too. He just looks like a piece of fucking beef jerky by now. With a 7 years ago, I got shot in the back of the head watching a play.
I can just imagine like it being aired on television. Now the State of the Union address from Abraham Lincoln, sponsored by Jack Links.
And it's literally just like, well, it looks like some fucking beef jerky to me, Tom. Back to you.
Anyways, I think we're out of here, man. Go fuck yourself, Blind Stone.
I'm glad you said that. Check us out and all that shit. We'll be back fucking next week like always. And game over, man.
Game over.
And now the show is over. And you realize you left your baby in the car. Its head looks like a raisin. Two guys, one cart. 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 Two guys, one cart.
Never forget 9/11 melted the ice caps.
Never forget. Game over, man.